Okay, hey everybody, it's Joran. Thanks for tuning into this video. I've got an event coming up. I've got a, where am I looking? Right here. I've got an event coming up in person in Asheville. It's the launch of our Facilitation Lab series that is hosted by Voltage Control. And I'll be there facilitating and representing the Grove and sharing some best practices. Every month we're going to meet in person in Asheville, try on a facilitation best practice, and break into groups and test it out. And then each facilitator in the small groups gets feedback, and they get to learn a little bit more about how they can improve as facilitators and learn new methods and techniques and frameworks along the way as we all grow our toolkit, our toolbox. So I'm excited for the in-person event, and just as something fun to have as part in the room as part of the experience, I figured I would pull some books off my shelf to have on the table or on a shelf or something, and I wanted to share that process with you all. Some of these books, as I'm pulling them down, I thought, you know what, it'd be really great to just do a little show and tell with each title along the way. So I'm going to do that. First one I'm going to grab is Gamestorming. My friends Dave Gray and Sunni Brown and James Macanufo wrote this edition. I know that Dave and Sunni have now released version 2.0, or at least it's coming out in August, I believe. So grab that. But if you just want a real quick compendium of best practices to do, visual agenda, challenge cards, elevator pitch, open space technology, the World Cafe, all of the stuff is in here visually to check out. I'm just going to make a stack here. I also grabbed the 9 Disciplines of a Facilitator. This was a book that I really enjoyed as we were writing our own book on facilitation at Illustrious. We put out the facilitation book a couple years ago. This was really great because part of the focus of ours was to identify the competencies and the traits that really great facilitators needed to nurture. And this was a really great one, the 9 Disciplines of a Facilitator. I'm going to go ahead and pull Mapping Experiences by my buddy Jim Kalbach. This one tells you all about journey maps and service model blueprints and how to, oh, there's a little love bomb in there. Look at that. I love these things. These are from Danielle Laporte, and these love bombs, truth bombs. Truth bombs are little cards that I used as bookmarks, and I put them all around the Meta Center in St. Pete for people to find. And apparently I just truth bombed myself by using them as a bookmark in Mapping Experiences. And the truth bomb is, it's one of my favorites. Exceptions are made. Make them, ask for them. Love that. Thank you, Danielle Laporte, for that. For that little truth bomb. All right, I think I'm going to cut to the next one, which is The Surprising Power of Liberating Structures. Another classic, and it has a lot of really great best practices in here, like Troika Consulting and 1-2-4 All, and a lot of the really great kind of go-tos for the facilitators I know that come from Liberating Structures. I'm going to grab, I haven't really gone too depth into this, but I love the way this book is designed, and I have some friends now that, since Mural acquired them, I have some friends now that work for LUMA or with the LUMA team. So I'm going to bring this Innovating for People handbook from LUMA Institute, kind of also as a reminder that I need to dig through here and do a little refresh of my own on the LUMA framework. And it is what? Looking, understanding, and making. I love tabs. All right. What else we got here? I'm not going to do engineering. Well, okay, yeah, that's the hardcover one. Do I have a soft cover? No, I don't. I would show, I'm going to bring a copy of my own book, Facilitation. This has the not for resale strip on it. This is the Human-Centered Guide to the Art of Collaboration that I co-authored with Jeff Nelson. This has, I think, a really great visual timeline in the beginning, all the way from the talking stick to Dungeons and Dragons, history of facilitation, and then sections on the 4 quadrants. It's based on integral theory, so the 4 quadrants of being, bonding, building, and what's the other one? Behaving. A really great section in here we call MVGD, Minimum Viable Graphic Design. A lot of visual facilitators ask the question, do I really need to be an artist? No, you don't. You have to have a sense of minimum viable graphic design. That's it. I'm going to go ahead and bring Strategic Play. This is a book authored by Jacqueline Smith and Denise Meyerson. They are Lego Strategic Play and facilitators. And so there's some really great activities, best practices in here as well. What else? Brian Tarallo. Shout out to Brian Tarallo. My buddy Brian authored this book a couple of years ago, Surviving the Horror of Online Meetings. This is a really, really great list of best practices for each stage of meetings if you're designing meetings. And also, as it says in the title, specifically tailored to the modern virtual environments for all those of us on Zoom and Microsoft Teams. What else are we going to bring? I'm going to bring Games Trainers Play. This is kind of an old classic, and this is going to also be, this is such an old book that the way it's typeset is like this old typewriter font. I just love books like this. I've got this Games Trainers Play, and I even have these older a handbook of structured experiences for human relations training. These were put out by University Associates, and they're so old, and they're these little plastic spiral bound things. But look at the typeset on these guys, just crazy. Antiques, I tell you. I won't be bringing those to the meeting. Those are a prized possession. But I will be bringing Mural's Definitive Guide to Facilitating Remote Workshops. That's another, like Brian's, really great for people running online meetings, which I know a lot of us nowadays are. And what's considered the Bible to most facilitators, the Facilitator's Guide to Participatory Decision Making by Sam Kaner, and my buddy Lenny Lind, who I know through the Grove and the Glen, participated in the creation of this book. This is the 3rd edition. I believe that's the most recent edition of this. But this one is really cleanly laid out, big, bold sections, big, bold best practices, really clear processes. And again, it's the go-to. It's where we get the gradients of agreement, the scale of 1 to 8, to kind of vote with our feet or measure consensus around a decision or a proposal. That comes from Sam Kaner. So that's a pretty good stack. I'm going to start with those. I'm going to bring those to the event this month, and all my facilitator friends can look at the books. And I also have an event coming up this Friday, which is a deck-sploration. So all of us who collect card decks, which I know we've got a whole bunch of, we're going to bring all our card decks together and do a little show and tell. So I'm excited about that one too. Anyway, show me your books. So send a picture of your favorite book or card deck and post it in the comments. And thanks for watching. And sorry if my beard was scratchy on the mic. I needed both hands, so I decided to use the clip-on. All right, thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you next time.